Hey there. Today I'm going to be showing off my old IBM ThinkPad model 380ED. So I got this from it used to be my grandparents long time ago, and I found it when we were cleaning out their shop. And it was in a bag, and I'm currently washing the bag and everything. And so I figured I'd show it off and show you the condition I found this in. So the plug is with it. It's got all sorts of things that I'll show you that also come with it. So you can see it's pretty clean. Bottom is all there. Structurally, it's in very good looking condition. Hinges aren't loose at all. Sliders are fine. Keys are not crunchy. They're clean. There's no dirt underneath. I've been working on making sure it was clean. Truth be told, it wasn't really that dirty when I found it, but I've been cleaning it up even more for the eBay listing. So, give it a power on. So the battery is shot, so you can't use it when it's not plugged in, but it does work fine when it's plugged in. Oh, I turned up the brightness all the way. My bad. So the one issue, really the only issue with this at all that I can see is that there's no CMOS battery. I think, if I remember correctly, when I first got this, which was quite a while ago, I'm pretty sure I took it out just so it wouldn't corrode and mess with the motherboard. So there's no CMOS battery. I don't have one to replace it, but it still works otherwise, and that's easy enough to replace if you have the right one. So you just got to go through and whatever. You have to set the time. I'm not going to actually set the time, but take a look at it here. ThinkPad. It's got 32 megabytes of RAM, and I don't know if you can see that, but there it is right there. Windows 95 installed, registered, original. I mean, it's unbelievable how good condition this is in. And to be honest, it's not that bad of an experience. Like, it's a fast machine for what it is. I'm not sure where the volume here. There it is. I don't know if you could hear the startup sound, but works fine. Mouse works. It's got one of those weird little nub mice that you get. I always liked them, to be honest. But most of these ThinkPads, I have a couple other ThinkPads, some of the skinnier ones, newer ones. They have the same type of mouse, and almost all of them drift. They have almost all developed some sort of a problem where they go to one side or whatever. This one doesn't have it. It's like this was used maybe twice. I set it up to take a look and see what I had to get rid of. That was the main reason I took it, was just to clear everything off the hard drive and make sure there was nothing left over from when my grandparents had it. There was really only a few documents, some pictures that I took care of, and that's pretty much it. That's all that was on it. And then there's just some programs that are pre-installed, but it's got the ThinkPad pre-installed to it. Like, this thing was never reset, never upgraded or anything. It's got 95. New user, 31.0 megabytes of RAM, usable. It's got a Pentium R CPU. I don't know the exact. Hold on, I can tell you the actual processor it's got. So it's got an Intel 82430 MX Pentium R. So it's, to be honest, I'm not really familiar with the old processors, how good that is and not. But for the most part, everything starts up pretty well. Let's see, what programs can I open? It's got Microsoft Works installed. If I can open that up, you can see the load time. Pretty fast. And speaking of Microsoft Works, CD, right here. See if I can focus. Microsoft Works and Money, 95. Disk right here. CD drive. Works. Floppy drive. Hold on. I've got some floppies that were in the bag as well, and this is what those are for. Believe it or not, this thing has an Ethernet card. Slides right in the side. It also has this adapter that plugs into the card. Unfortunately, I don't know if it'll focus on that, the pins are destroyed. They were like jammed in really hard by someone who didn't know how to do it correctly, which I assume was one of my grandparents. But those are jammed. But the card works, and it's got the drivers. Floppy drive works. I plugged this in to make sure it's all right. The card is already installed. All it really needs probably to get the networking set back up is a new adapter. So that's pretty interesting. So you can see Microsoft Works. You got all that stuff. And the carrying case, all is functional. All is in incredible condition. And the manual for the Ethernet card. So all this stuff is here, came with it, and it works fine. Cord is fine. Obviously the computer itself is working great. And I was just so surprised when I opened this back up when I was cleaning today, how good of condition this is in. I mean, really, there's very few cosmetic problems with it. If you look on the front, you might be able to see some markings there, some like almost grease-looking things. They're not grease or anything. I'm not sure what they are, but there's a couple markings. But for the most part, structurally, this thing is almost mint, and it's working. It's, you know, the only things it's missing is a proper battery that doesn't not hold a charge, and a CMOS battery for the motherboard, which is easy enough to replace. So, as you can see, this thing is an interesting piece of history. I mean, it is chunky. I didn't weigh it, but it is heavy, and I was just surprised to see that it was in such good condition. So I can't wait to get this listed and hope somebody can, a collector or something, can get some use out of this. If I can't sell it, I guess I'll keep it, because I'm pretty sure right now this is the only working floppy drive in my home. So I might, you know, if I can't sell it, I'll keep it for that. But I'd love to sell this. It's in much better condition than all the other listings I've seen online, which are usually, you know, dead. It only boots to BIOS. It doesn't have a hard drive. Doesn't power on, just for parts, stuff like that. But this is in full working condition. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So I'm gonna be listing this, and hopefully I'll be able to get the bag cleaned off. The one thing I must say about this computer, more so the bag, but the computer as well, is it's got that old technology smell, like that. I don't really know how to explain it. Old computers, especially these ThinkPads, it seems like to me, have a distinct smell once they've been around for a long time, and it's a strong smell, kind of mildewy. But I've been cleaning it. It's much better than it was before, and hopefully I can get most of the smell out of the bag. It's a 2 gig hard drive. Okay, so 32 megs of RAM, 2 gigs of storage, some built-in apps, or built-in programs that have either been installed and are still there or came with it. Assumed working Ethernet card. It recognizes it when you plug it in. It's just this thing is broken. And Microsoft Works, some floppies, a bag, all this stuff. And I'm just impressed that this was maintained so well. And I hope somebody can get some use out of it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See ya.